Alright, let's get this started. So, we're going to do the first mission of the Russian campaign today. Skip the campaign brief and just get to the mission. Sorry for the late start, guys. I was out of town helping someone move, and it ended up taking longer than I thought. I didn't get in until about 1 my time. So, starting now. Okay, first mission. So it's over here, kind of near eastern Ukraine, right on the big river. Alright, so the first mission is, the situation is we're commanding some units from 20th Guards Motor Rifle Brigade. We're preparing to do a Salt River crossing in central Ukraine, and the first mission is we're basically clearing away some forward Ukrainian defenses on the east side of the river in preparation for the assault crossing the next day. So, like the first U.S. mission, it's gonna be pretty easy because it's the first mission of the campaign. Our objectives are basically to capture 3 objectives here, here, and here, and just destroy any Ukrainian units we find. You know, the standard inflict casualties while taking as little as you can on your side kind of thing. So for our side, so the Russian core forces for this campaign is a battalion tactical group equipped with BMP-3Ms and T-90AMs. So for this campaign, the first mission we're going to have is the 1st Company Tactical Group. So it'll be a mix of BMPs and T-90s, along with plenty of support specialist teams. We'll also get plenty of artillery and air support for the first mission. We'll also get a tank company from 10th Guards Tank Brigade, which, if I remember correctly, is a bunch of T-72B3s. And we are also going to get some recon BRM-3Ks along with some scout teams, and I'll do my best to get those killed as soon as possible. Enemy forces operating in the area are basically some mech infantry equipped with BMP-2s and T-64s. Most of them are going to be on not so much forward defenses, but it looks like most of them are going to be... There's some dried riverbeds on this map, which kind of are the main important terrain features of the map. So we're going to be looking at defenses set up reverse slope in the riverbed and some on the other side of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Okay, so my rifle platoons for this campaign are going to be 2 BMP-3Ms, and 1 BMP in every platoon has an arena active protection system, which will help it greatly when defending itself against anti-tank guided missiles and RPGs, but will not help it against, like, tanks, so don't want to expose them to tanks still. And all of the infantry platoons have an attached machine gun team, scout team, and a man-pads team. They all report directly to the platoon leader. Oh yeah, actually, let me check reinforcements really quick. Forgot to look at that. Alright, so I'll get a tank company in about... What's the starting time? In about 5 minutes. And for support, I've got 3 platoons of howitzers, a mortar battery, and I have 4 Mi-28 Havoc helicopters. So, Russian squad, the current BMP Russian squads we have, I don't think we've gone over the Russian squad makeup so far. Here is a current Russian squad. Let me pull these guys out of the vehicle for a second. Alright, so the current Russian rifle squad makeup we have in the game for BMP squads is a squad leader and a assistant squad leader with AK-74Ms and GP-30 grenade launchers. Then we have one SAW gunner with a PKP. We then, of course, have an RPG gunner. He's got an RPG V2, 7V2 with 5 rockets. 3 of them are the tandem, the 7VRs, I think they are the 7VR tandem heat launchers. Then he's also got one frag launcher, one frag grenade, and one thermobaric grenade for infantry targets. He's also got an AKS-74U for a secondary weapon. Then there's an assistant for him, and he's got an AK-74M, and then there's just another guy with an AK-74M. The team that does not have the RPG is also carrying an RPG-26 single-use disposable rocket launcher. And they all have, for night missions, they've all got, instead of night vision goggles, they all have night vision sights for their rifles. So that's the setup for the Russian squads I'm going to have. Alright, let's see at the company level. This should be the company level, right? Yeah, the company level, we've got attached to us another Manpads team, the Mortar Battery HQ, an air controller team, and a forward observer team, all attached at company level. These are going to be especially important because for the Russians and Ukrainians to do precision artillery strikes, you need to use a laser designator, and that's basically what the air controller and forward observer teams are for. Is one of the most important things about them is that they have a laser designator. You can see that we now actually show it on the special equipment panel down here. It was actually present in Shock Force, it's just for whatever reason it wasn't shown on the equipment panel, but it was actually like an actual piece of equipment that was tracked in the game. And then for tank support, excuse me, for now we've got 3 T90AMs. Vlad asks do we take into account for the modern Ratnik gear for body armor protection? Yes, we track different levels of body armor protection, and the newer stuff is taken into account. It's a fairly simple system, but it definitely does take into account different degrees of protection, both for actual chest protection and for the head. Both of those are tracked separately as different levels of protection. Alright, and then over here we have my sacrificial lambs, I mean my recon teams. We've got 3 BRM-3Ks, along with some scout teams to ride in them. Typically the BRM-3K is a 6-man crew, and so what we did actually was we decided to split that into 3 dedicated crew members and then open up 3 spots. And this is kind of an ad hoc formation here, but in the actual real formations they belong to, they still have the same amount of guys and the same, assignment of crew members, but 3 of them we decided to make a dismount team so that if you want, while you're scouting, you could send the guys up into a building or something and you don't have to dismount the whole vehicle crew. It just makes it a lot more flexible and easy to use. Alright, so BRM-3K is pretty fun. It doesn't have an anti-tank guided missile launcher. It doesn't have nearly as much firepower. It does have radar and stuff though, and laser. And the one of the crew members is trained to call in artillery, so we can actually use them as forward observer vehicles if we need to. Alright, so let's look at the rest of the map. We got an idea of what our forces look like. So it's basically a rifle company with lots of attached support. Alright, so here's the map. We're going to start off in this low ground on the east end. And all of our objectives are way over here. We got a big hill over here. It's pretty much farmland. This is pretty much farmland with some villages and then this big dried riverbed in the middle here. or partially dried anyways. Definitely there's a lot of marsh and some water still left. So we got to take this place, this little dairy farm here. Then we got to take this patch of woods over here. And then this village over here, over on the opposite side on the high ground. So we can pretty much guarantee that the Ukrainians are going to have defensive positions along here, almost certainly, because it's high ground and it's got cover. And there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff right along here and around the dairy farm and probably elsewhere in the valley. So I have a lot of fire supports. The first thing I want to do is we're going to see what we can scout out and mark for the fire support. I'm probably just going to go ahead and have the helicopters start attacking immediately. At least some of them. So I got 4 attack helicopters, Mi-28N Havocs. Panzer Pajamas asks, do the Russian have precision strike artillery? Yes. For of course, just the calibers that have it, which is, I think, 152 and 122. There's a couple that don't have it. They do need, unlike the U.S., though, they use a laser instead of GPS guided, so they do need a laser designator to actually perform the strike. In practice, not too much of a restriction, but it sometimes comes up. Alright, so where do I want my attack helicopters to start? I think I'll start off with 2 of them, and we're just going to set them to roaming around the battlefield, looking for targets.
Целеуказание готов.
Принял. До первой через 6 минут.
We'll just have them over the objective areas, I think.
Готов к целеуказанию. Принял. Подлетное время 10 минут.
Alright, we'll start off with some pre-ordered artillery, too. Not as much artillery as I'd like. Always want more artillery.
Запрос поддержки. Прием. Корректируйте огонь. Отбой.
Set these to air burst personnel. That means our air burst instead of just hitting them.
Поддержки. Прием. Корректируйте огонь.
Okay. It's a good start. Alright, so what I'm probably going to end up doing, I've got a whole company of tanks coming in 5 minutes. I think I'm going to occupy high ground and see what I can spot, and then the tanks are going to go up and occupy the high ground. We're going to kill as much as we can from a distance, and then the majority of the infantry force is going to come along through this, they're going to follow this road here, and they're going to come through the valley and start attacking the objectives. Probably set up a base of fire like right here, in addition to whatever I'll have sitting on the hills. And this looks like a good spot to put some stuff too. I don't think any of my tanks have active protection. I think it's just 1 BMP per company, or per platoon, I mean. Yeah, none of these have active protection. Alright, so first things first, let's get the BRM set up. Now we have to be careful at this range, these things will get wrecked by anything that spots them. So it's going to be probably a case of actually moving the BRMs just before cresting the hill, and then actually just having the recon team dismount and go further forward. Alright, so we're going to have it come up to here, and then we'll have the recon team dismount and scout forwards. I'm also tempted to put down a... I'm not sure if I want to do it, but I'm tempted to put down a 15-minute delayed smoke screen around here. I'm not sure if I want to do that, though. I might not be able to hit the timing right. We're actually going to drive this guy quick because I want to get him down on the low ground. Down here he should be pretty protected. Definitely not going to drive a BRM up here. That thing would probably get killed instantly. That looks like a nice covered spot. I think I'll drive him up to here. And then I'll dismount the recon team. Alright, and then the last one we're going to send up the road ahead of my main force. Oh yeah, sorry, I was running wide-angle view there. That might be why it looked a little weird. Dakman asks, next week Bulge preview? Nope, sorry, nothing to show there just yet. Gonna be a little while before we see any streams of that. Alright, so I think I'm gonna drive the BRM up to... Ooh, this is interesting. Maybe like up to right here, and then let the recon team dismount. Yeah, right into this low ground right here. It's a nice hiding spot. Then we'll have the recon team riding with them go to right here, and then we'll probably have them end up moving over the hill. Alright, so that's recon done. Alright, ManPads teams, we're actually not going to have these ride with the main force. We're going to have them set up in the trees, looking out this way, and just sort of watching over us. And they're probably just going to stay there for the rest of the scenario. Alright, so all the infantry are going to stay mounted because there's quite a long distance for them to cover. As mentioned before, I want to punch through right here. It's going to be the main attack with tank support here and here. And then the infantry will move up, and then everything's going to start moving up into the valley. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the BMPs just kind of around here generally. They're going to be mostly stationary for a little while. We'll move them up into some cover slightly further ahead of their setup point, but other than that, they'll stay where they are. We'll move this platoon up. We're going to race them up to take cover behind these trees here. For game purposes, the IGLA covers the whole map. All the AA systems do. Someone asks if terrain blocks manpad line of sight. Yes. If they happen to be attacking from a crazy direction, they shouldn't be attacking from behind us, though. That seems kind of nuts. I don't actually think there's even going to be any air support on their side. The manpads just happen to be part of the core forces. Alright, now, where should I take my tanks? I think I'm going to go ahead and send the T-90 AMs straight forward here. I'm going to have them, they're going to come along with the main force since they're tied into the company net. Alright, we'll just leave these guys where they are on the road. Someone asks, how does the light, heavy, medium setting on helicopter support impact them? It should affect how heavy weapon systems they use, and how long they'll attack a target before they give up on it. It depends upon area and point too. If you do it on a point target, it'll definitely determine. It'll pretty much attack until the target's dead, and the weapon setting system will determine what sort of weapon systems they use on it. And for an area target, it's going to tell you how long they're going to attack for, search for that target, and what sort of weapon systems they'll use for it. But they'll often choose on their own, so it's more of a suggestion than anything else when it comes to aircraft. Alright, so we're going to get them into the low ground right over here, I think. Alright, Company HQ, what should we do with these guys? Got a bunch of FOs in here. Wonder if there's somewhere I can put them around here somewhere. Ooh, that's not a bad spot. Clear view. Okay, so I think I'm going to send the FOs to... I'm going to send at least one FO team over here. I'm actually going to dismount the air controllers and just keep them in the setup zone. Because helicopters don't need line of sight, there's no reason to actually have them up on the front line. So I'm just going to leave these guys in the woods over here. They have no need to be over there. Perk asks if you can rebind keyboard shortcuts. Yes. You can either edit the text file directly, or there's a in the menu options on the main menu. There's a thing there you can reset the keyboard shortcuts. Alright, so I know I'm sending one team over there on the right. I'm debating whether I want to try and send anything over here. I think I am. I think I'm going to have the company HQ go this way, and then I'll have the mortar battery HQ try to eventually get over here somewhere. I'll have these guys be a bit more cautious because they're carrying some precious cargo there. I'll have it stop there for now. Hifler747 asks, any idea of a release date? We're shooting for mid-January. And then we'll just have them stay there for now. Let the scouts go out ahead. Okay, I think that's good. I think we're set. Yep, we're going to go ahead and start this.
Первый на подходе. Первый на подходе. Первый на боевом. Работу разрешаю. Выхожу на цель.
Alright, we got a spot. Looks like an APC on the far side of the river. I think it's being engaged by helicopters. Let's go ahead and rewind and see that. Oh, that's duh. That's the artillery I ordered, of course.
Первый на подходе. Первый на боевом.
Работу разрешаю.
Второй цель наблюдаю, на боевом.
Работу разрешаю.
Oh, that was a Manpads team. We're getting some AA fire.
Работу разрешаю.
Or that could be a, I guess that could be some mobile
Первый
AA
на
too.
подходе.
Oh, there's a, yeah, right. So we actually have the smoke trails from SAMs visible on map, but if you look, they only start
Первый на
about
подходе.
a certain distance off the ground, so you get a vague idea of where they are in the map, but you don't get a precise pinpoint.
Первый на подходе.
So somewhere around here we've got SAMs. I haven't seen the aircraft actually pull off any attacks yet. Let's check the status of my aircraft. Alright, nothing, no problems. They aren't, none of them got, killed. They might have, one of them might have been driven off. Alright, so we still need another turn to get scout teams moving forward, so we're just gonna go ahead and let this go.
Второй цель наблюдаю, на боевом. Работу разрешаю.
Первый на боевом.
Работу разрешаю.
That was... Yeah, that was a surface-to-air missile from someone right there. Helicopter spotted something and attacked it.
Выходу левым к 101. Первый на подходе.
And we've got a spot. We got a BMP-2. Who spots that? Whoa, the the Igla team all the way over here has spotted that. Nice job. So we got to get something in position to take this guy out. We got a Ukrainian BMP-2 sitting right here on the wood line.
Первый на боевом.
Работу разрешаю.
All right, turns over. All right, and as luck would have it, the mortar battery HQ is right here, so we're going to go ahead and order them to run to the Igla team. Actually, we're going to have them run through the woods. I don't think the BMP is going to spot anyone from that distance, but you never know. And then they'll get a spot, and then we'll be able to order some 120mm mortars on it. That should take care of it. Alright, scout teams still need more time to get in position. We're going to go ahead and advance another turn.
Первый на подходе.
Looks like a helicopter attacked a target over here. Might be a tank hiding behind that building.
Первый на подходе.
Цель наблюдаю на боевом.
Работу разрешаю.
That's just a butt pack is what I call them. That looked like a hit of something. That looked like that hit
По цели
something.
отработал. Выхожу левым к 101.
Okay, so this recon team is almost in position over here. We're going to go ahead and have them keep moving forward along the wood line. I think to right there. We'll have them move up to here, and that'll determine whether it's safe to keep moving forward. That there's not, you know, something waiting in ambush over here. Alright, are these guys in position? Nope, they're going to need another minute to get over there. Hi CPC, yes, I'll upload to YouTube right after this. It'll take a little while though, because I can upload longer videos now, it takes a while for the videos to process, but it should be up pretty soon after this is over. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep edging forward with the tanks in the valley here, because there's not really much they can see into there. bring up the BMP-2s to join them, I think. They have binoculars, user, and there's just an element of luck. If you happen to be looking in the right place, you can spot stuff. I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys up into the low ground here since we've already determined it's safe. Alright, sorry, that was a long turn there, doing a lot of moving parts. User, yes, the manual will be available before release when it's done. It's actually written and formatted. It's just going through the usual proofreading and revisions. So hopefully very soon.
Огонь прекращен.
Pretty inactive. I don't think the helicopters found any more targets in their areas. I didn't hear any attacks. Let's check on their status. Yeah, helicopters have ended their attack runs. Alright, so the recon team here has now also spotted it. Whoa, I double-clicked on the ground. I hate it when I do that. Okay, so yeah, so information's getting passed down the radio net. Now these guys have spotted it. They had a much easier time spotting it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have the tank continue moving forward while we got the BMPs overlooking it. We should be fine over here because this guy hasn't died from anything yet. It's always a good sign. Alright, these guys are almost done moving in. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little hairy because, yeah, that's definitely exposed. So we're going to go ahead and dismount. We're going to go ahead and dismount my rifle company HQ and the forward observers. We're going to put them over here. Let's see what these guys can see. They can see over there, haven't spotted anything yet. Alright, so this will determine whether there's anything over here watching the road. We're going to move this BRM up. That looks like a good spot. We'll bring the infantry team up to here. And a recon team, I guess. Alright, we'll go with that.
Огонь прекращен.
So there's some questions it looks like I missed, like something about ammo sharing. It works the same way as it did in other combat mission games. You can grab ammo from vehicles. If you buddy aid troops, they'll pick up... Ooh, what's this? We got another spot. Who spotted that? I don't know. Recon team did. Okay, recon team in the building here spotted a vehicle over there. Or they think they've spotted a vehicle. Looks like it might be a BTR, I'm not sure. Maybe a BMP. It works pretty much the same as in other combat mission games, the ammo sharing. You can also dismount the vehicles and make them a ammo dump, and your guys can acquire ammo from just sitting near the ammo dump. And your guys will share ammo with nearby units if they've run out, or if the other units run out. Alright, tanks have arrived. So we know there's no one here. I'm going to go ahead and switch these guys to quick, so they'll get there faster. Alright, make this guy a fast move. If any anti-tank guided missiles attack him, he should be able to get through there quickly enough. It's a long-distance shot, and it takes those missiles some time to reach their targets. Running out of ammo is not really a problem if you've got your APCs or IFVs around, because they carry tons of ammo. Alright, so we've got a bunch of T-72B3s with us. We've got a whole company of them, which means 10 vehicles. As I said before, we're going to put these on the high ground here and here to overlook the attack. Put 4 of them over there. I think I'll send 3 of them up the middle, and then 3 on the high ground to the other side. Okay, so now the HQ team has gotten here and they've managed to spot that that BMP, so let's go ahead and get some fire on it.
Запрос поддержки, прием.
Perk asks if the waypoints are draggable. Yes. I shall demonstrate. Okay, I think we're set. Let's go ahead and start this turn. Oh, that spotted something. I don't know what. Ooh, something. Was that a tank? What spotted that? Something's getting shot at. Ooh, back here. Two shots, 2 misses. They're on the move, and it's a really long distance shot. Alright, so we got another BMP spotted here by the scout team over here. The BMPs carry an extra RPG, disposable RPG. They also carry a ton of extra RPG-7 rockets. And the BRM does have surface radar. It helps a little bit. We don't model it at full capacity because that sucker blaring out at full power would be just basically saying, "Hey, shoot me." You know, that would be like an instant target for aircraft. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have these T-72s pull out in a line right here, start engaging targets. That BMP is probably going to be dead before the fire mission arrives, if I had to guess. Give them one turn sitting here, and then we're going to keep them moving. So yeah, like the Americans, the most upgraded Russian tanks have a Constellation information sharing system. So you can see this guy doesn't even have a line of sight on those, and he's already got an idea that they're there from just data sharing between units. He doesn't get an immediate spot from them, but he'll be able to acquire them more quickly when he does get line of sight on them. Alright, next turn I expect those two BMPs are going to be dead. Someone asks whether we have modern 3C networks. Yes, for the US and Russia. Russia doesn't have it for everyone. The most advanced tank models, the recently modernized ones, along with their recon infantry, have access to an information sharing system. The U.S. has it for pretty much everyone, and it definitely helps a lot with units sharing information back and forth. It helps you if one unit is spotted something, other units on the same network will have a lot easier time spotting it, and it means they can also more easily get information from UAV spotting. That'll also greatly help them spot targets that the UAV can currently observe. Uh-oh, that's an ATGM. Looks like it missed, though. It did a dirt dive. think it spotted one of the tanks, missed, and now it's backing out and popping smoke. Someone asks about, Perk asks about thermal smoke. Ooh, that's dead. What got him? Tank over here. Thermal smoke. Yes, once again, the most recently modernized Russian tanks and pretty much all of the U.S. equipment, they carry IR blocking smoke. So these T-72s and the T-90AMs definitely have IR blocking smoke. And it's dead. Raptor asks if Arena can intercept a projectile that's heading towards another vehicle if it's close enough. It'd have to be really, really close, because Arena and other APS systems, they filter out stuff that's not going to hit the vehicle. So it'd have to be really, really close. Those systems are designed to filter out things that either aren't going to really harm the vehicle, like small arms, or anything that's not heading directly at the vehicle. Alright, so we killed one of the BMPs we spotted, the other one backed off, which was quite intelligent for it to do. And that also means I need to cancel that fire mission, because it's now out of the way, I can't see it anymore.
Прекратить огонь! Прекратить огонь!
Give these guys one more turn to look out over here, then we're going to move. Plenty of time to get out of the way. We're fighting the Ukrainians, so we're not going to have to worry about any like super fast artillery strikes. As long as we don't keep anything in sight in the same spot for more than like 5 minutes or so, we should be fine. Alright, so this guy's gotten all the way down this road without anything harassing him, so it's pretty obvious we have nothing substantial in this tree line here. I would have shot at him by now. Alright, from here they're going to be able to observe this wood line and way out over there, so we'll move them up to check this place out. Alright, since these guys lost their spot, let's go ahead and get them back in the BMP. Okay, we're good here. I'm going to go ahead and call in some air power, I think, actually. Yeah, why didn't I do this earlier? Someone should have reminded me. It's your guys' fault. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the helicopter in. We're going to go ahead and get a helicopter in right here. Hunt down that BMP.
Готов к целеуказанию.
So far, nothing. User asks if we're going to do some new sounds. I do want to upgrade some of the sounds, particularly for some of the small arms.
Разрыв вижу.
Ooh, what was that? That was something. Oh, I think that was a spotting round from the mortar before it got canceled. Panzerboot, I'm not sure what you mean. Turned out or turned in? Do you mean unbuttoned? Not sure about the B3, the T-72. I'm pretty sure it has to be unbuttoned for that, I think. The T-90, though, has a, the 7... It doesn't have a big machine gun. It's just got a 7.62 on it, but this can actually be remotely controlled. Pretty quiet so far. I think it's going to get pretty crazy soon, though. Alright, so these guys have spotted nothing. So we're going to go ahead and race them forward. We're not going to do hunt. We're going to do this as fast as possible because they're going to have to race up to these trees here. I think we're going to bring them up to right here. So if I move this way, we're definitely going to... this might get crazy. They're definitely going to come in view of these objectives here. I guess they're already somewhat in view of them now. You know, an alternative is to actually just back them up to this high ground here. I think I'm going to do that. We're going to do that first. We're going to just back them up to slightly higher ground. User, I don't know about the Bradley engine sound issue. I'll have to check into it. I don't think I've ever heard anything amiss with it, but I'll take a look at it. This guy has a very nice line of sight all the way out here. Alright, let's go ahead and move this scout team forward. Let's get them to this tree line over here. So as of now, we're still pretty much doing an advance to contact. We haven't actually really started the assault yet. So far, it's pretty much expected. I haven't encountered any resistance out here. Alright, so we're going to give these T-72s one turn to sit here and make sure there's nothing over there, and then we're going to move them up to the tree line as well. There's another vehicle with the radar. It's the Chrysanthema, I think is how you pronounce it. Anti-tank vehicle. Oh, and the BRM-1, actually. The BRM-1 also has it. The BRM-1K is what we have in the game. Alright, we'll leave these guys in turn for one more time, too, and then we're going to move them up and forward. Alright, we're looking good. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some more... tempted to get some artillery started on this town here. We'll do some mortars. We'll put some mortars on this town.
Запрос поддержки, прием.
Nothing. I was kind of expecting something to start shooting at these guys. Ooh, that just firmed up over there. I think someone might have gotten a spot on that. Okay, so these guys have spotted nothing. We're going to go ahead and dash to this next tree line. Alright, and while they're out there, whatever. We're fine with that. Okay. Next, these tanks over here, let's get them in place. I think we're going to bring them up to right about here. Somewhere around here, I think. Okay. Oh, we got another contact out here. Looks like an APC or a BMP possibly. In the woods over there.
Корректируйте огонь. Отбой.
Yeah, as far as collateral damage goes, it's basically up to the scenario designer. It's pretty much completely within his control. I think that was from the anti-tank guided missile that dirt dived earlier. You can always put a preserve target on buildings, and then you get penalized points for damaging them. Alright, so we're getting really close to having the tanks all set up in their positions overwatching the valley. When that happens, we're going to start sending the infantry forward over here. Drive them up as close as I can, then dismount them. I think I'll just leave this guy here. He's got a really nice line of sight. Maybe he'll spot whatever this is and kill it. That'd be nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give this a turn, because these guys, excuse me, are going to have to spot stuff.
Пристрелка.
Принято.
Whoop, another spot. I think it came from these guys over here. Maybe? No, I guess not.
Разрыв вижу, отбой.
I was kind of expecting more stuff to be shooting at me by now. Taylor asks, are we bringing anything to... I think he was asking if we're bringing anything to Shock Force. So the current plan is to eventually update Shock Force to the newest engine version, is the idea. Alright, so I guess we're going to bring these guys all the way up to right here. We need to get some eyes down into that valley before I can start sending the infantry in there. It is, someone asked if we can make the Danish forces for NATO. It's definitely possible. I can't comment on what forces will be in expansions. It's too early for that. It's definitely a possibility though, but I can't say for sure yet. Or on any of them, for that matter. Okay, so these guys actually can't see much from here. They've already been able to see that, so that's not exactly new. So I think I'm going to bring them up to right about here. Oh man, this is actually kind of a horrible place to spot from. I am so scared there's going to be some RPG teams just sitting like right here on this reverse slope. So things that can happen if you lose commander like a squad leader or PL. Big one is morale. Also, the unit just generally performs better if they have a good leader in command or any leader in command. It also will often disrupt their command chain of command links, which will affect information sharing. I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to do it. We're going to bring them up here. Actually, I think I'm going to bring the BMPs up first. Bring them right up to the wood line. Someone asked, Dakman asks, if the Americans show up later in this campaign. Yes. The first part of the campaign is just Russia and Ukraine. America shows up for the last 2 missions. Go ahead and leave this BRM where it is. This guy, I think I'm going to raise him up to right here. Okay, so we got all the BMPs moving up to join those T-72s. These guys are going to move up closer, and those guys are going to move in a little bit so they'll be able to spot down this valley, hopefully. Alright, then this team, we've already determined it's pretty safe by those trees. Oh, they're still getting... Ooh, I didn't tell them to go into the vehicle. Whoops. Okay, so they'll load into the vehicle and then we'll move that up there. Then at some point we're going to dismount them so they can set up an OP over there. And I think we're good other than that. At some point we're going to want to get some smoke down. I think I'm going to need to get that team over here to get that started.
Пристрелка.
Принято.
Perk asks if there's terrain deformation beyond collapsing houses. There's... Ooh, what was that? Okay, so whatever this was spotted that T-90 and deployed smoke. Terrain deformation. There's pretty much always been terrain deformation in the way of craters.
Разрыв вижу, отбой.
There can be some smolder... Whoa! What was that? I have no idea what that was.
Накрытие цели, прием.
Was that the helicopter? No, I think that was a tank. Yep, tank. There's a tank there. We found out the hard way. I think Panzerboot is right. I should blame that. Whoa, what was that? We got another tank. Okay, we got some action over there. I think something... Yeah, hold on. Okay, so he absorbed that hit. The reactive armor absorbed the hit for me, luckily. I think right there. Looks like it's a T-64. I'm not sure which type yet. He's spotted. He's shooting back. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Not sure what happened. Alright, let's see what kind of tank that is. T-64 BV. It's not textured yet. That's why it looks so crazy. I think we got a hit on this one over here, though. Yep, we got a destruction on this one. Knocked out that one. Alright, what happened over here?
Разрыв вижу. Отбой. Накрытие цели. Прием.
Oh, that's not from him, it's from this guy.
Накрытие цели. Прием.
Alright, so he took a hit from somewhere over here. Partial penetration. No real damage. And then he deployed smoke.
Накрытие цели.
I wonder if it was this tank over here that attacked him. I don't think so. It doesn't really have a line of sight over there. So there's another tank out here somewhere. Besides the one, that would make sense. A platoon of 3 tanks. So we got one there, and then we got another one out here somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over here. This one should die next turn. It's been spotted. This one is dead. Let's check out the status of my air support. It's receiving. It's coming. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these other tanks online. We want to mass that firepower. We want to get it all forward. So we're going to go ahead and move these tanks up so they can help out. They'll be able to shoot down in the valley, and hopefully we can get a spot on the tank and kill it. Still holding off on the BMPs. I don't want them to get drilled by a tank. That would suck. That thing's popped smoke is like right in front of this T-90. Grr. And that's using the new smoke. That stuff's IR blocking. Yep, see. No line of sight. Bring this guy to like right here. T-80 is a possibility for future expansion as a second-line vehicle, but it's not going to be a frontline vehicle by the time in the time frame that this game takes place. They're keeping the T-72 and the T-90 in service for now because they have high parts commonality. And they're refurbishing and modernizing the T-72s, which are the ones you see here, the B3s. These things have been very highly upgraded. Okay, so there's something obviously attacking this guy, and I don't know where it's from. So we're going to go ahead and back him up. It's from somewhere out here. Alright, so this guy's engaging the tank. We want to leave him alone. This guy can see the tank. Let's go ahead and rotate him towards it. This guy can also see that area, so we're going to just rotate them towards it. Next turn, they should be able to take it out. And that guy who took out this one, he's dead, so he's no longer a threat. Alright, let's go ahead and get this BMP up. I know these turns are taking a long time, guys, sorry. A lot of moving pieces. I want to get this OP in a position as quickly as I can so I can start some artillery fire down on this valley. So I already know I can safely get him to here. So I'm going to go ahead and park the BMP there. And then we're going to dismount him. We'll dismount them, move them up to here, and then from here we can start calling in a lot of smoke and artillery missions. Wonder what I can call in with these guys. Alright, so this is going to take 12 minutes to arrive, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. Honestly, should have probably just used all my artillery at the beginning. That was kind of a mistake, I think. Get some smoke in front of there for when my infantry start attacking, and I think we're good. Someone asked if we'll modernize any armies we add in future stuff. Yeah, pretty much anything we'll make it for. Whoa, okay, that got exciting. Well, it'll be updated for whatever 2017 is projected to be like. And someone mentions the Armada. Yeah, I would take that Armada release date with a huge grain of salt. We haven't seen anything about it. Plus, any sort of new platform tends to be delayed repeatedly, and that goes for any army. We don't have any information on the Armada. We don't even know what it looks like. We can't exactly put it in the game, which also makes me extremely skeptical we're going to see it in service next year. Unless, of course, what they often do, and that's they make like 3 of them, then call it in service. T-64 is hitting him, but not penetrating. There we go. We got a kill. Yep, that sucker just brewed up. Ooh, someone else attacked it too, I think. Who else attacked it? Someone else just attacked it. I saw that. Oh, someone shot an anti-tank guided missile at it. I think that was one of the T-72s. Who spots this? That's what I want to know. Oh, this nice spot. Got artillery landing around the village over there. Wow, so we've spotted this guy, but no one can get a kill on him yet. He is kind of behind some trees. Alright, so we still got one T-64 out there somewhere. No idea where it is. I think it's around here somewhere. Alright, BMP's arriving. Let's get these guys offloaded. Armada and other similar, like, really modern systems will make for a really nice expansion for the Russians with all sorts of near-future tech. That'll be pretty cool. But as it is, you can always find, I'll tell you guys right now, you guys can find a huge list of stuff we haven't included, and at a point there, it just simply the answer has to be, we have limited resources. We only have a few artists working on this game, and we've already got a giant amount of equipment in the game. I think something like 70 vehicles are in this game, and at a certain point we just have to say enough and actually, you know, release the game before our artists go crazy. Alright, so I think these guys are not blowing up yet. I think it's time to rush the infantry up here and dismount them. It's time to get the infantry moving in this. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to take this tank and I'm going to actually move it over here. Bring it right here, look down into there, because I don't have anything with eyes on this area. Okay, so these guys are sitting pretty now that they've taken out those two T-64s. Nothing's been shooting at them, it was just those two vehicles. I guess we can get this scout team back into their BRM, huh? Move them back into the BRM, then we'll get them up closer somewhere. let's see how good can these guys spot. They're actually in a pretty nice position. I like this spot. They've got some hold down going on. They can see right over here. Pretty nice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and run the BMPs up to here. We're going to dismount the infantry and move along the wood line. We'll just get them out of the vehicles for now. We'll spread them out when we get them out. I think we'll bring the PKM team here and then deploy weapon. Alright, we're going to wait on this team. I want to clear this area here first, then I'm going to deploy them down here. Oh, we got an APC spot down here. Probably the tank's right here. Oh, there's the tank. We found it. This guy right here. It's right in there, tucked in that wood line. Still no spot on it, though.
Принял. Следую к точке выхода на цель.
Whoa, 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 what was that? A couple things just shot all at once. Oh, look, some foxholes. That was an RPG from the wood line right over here. And then this guy spotted something. Ooh, they spotted the tank. What did this guy shoot at? Where's this guy? Oh, he missed! Where is it? Where is it? It's right tucked away in there. And something attacked this guy. Reactive armor stopped it, whatever it was. Yeah, RPG from the woodline, straight in front. Reactive armor block saved it, though. Alright, infantry, you got some work to do. Time to clear the wood line. Looks like no other action except for right here. Range on the PKP is 800 meters or 1,000 meters, I don't remember which, and only 1,000 meters? 1,000 meters is pretty darn far for a bipod weapon. Past that, I mean, you'd be doing some really general area fire shooting. Alright, so we're going to send an infantry squad out. We're going to have to back this guy up, because that RPG team is probably not going to miss the next time it shoots. We're going to put a ton of fire in this area over here. Oh, come on, BMP, you gotta be able to shoot something. There we go. We're gonna just shower that wood line with love. It's a really annoying reverse slope position right there. I'm actually kind of scared to move the infantry right along here in case that T-64 sees them. I'll move them up to this foxhole here, and then we'll see where we are. Thank you, Ukrainians, for digging me some foxholes for my infantry. Alright, this guy needs to... Oh, we need to back up with him and start getting some shooting going on here, so we're gonna reverse. Get some shelling going on in here. Oh, that guy has a tree blocking his line of view. Let's see if I can get a shot in from right here. Nope, reverse slope. Yeah, he'll have to just sit there and spot. Wait, is this the one with arena? No, it's not. Where's the one with arena? There we go. Okay, so this guy... We're going to bring this guy up to attack, because he's got arena that RPG's not going to be able to kill him. Oh man, no wonder he can't see it. Look at that. That's annoying. T-64 there's not going to be able to spot him. There's a lot of trees in the way. There. We're actually going to keep these infantry from getting too close because we're about to get some air burst rounds around there. Alright, let's see what I can do about this T-64. Something I can do is I can get the mortar battery up here. I can call in a bunch of artillery on it. Or I could do the fun thing, because who wants to wait 15 minutes for the artillery to arrive? I can bring all these T-72s up online and just overpower it. So that's what I'm going to do, because that sounds like a lot more fun than waiting for artillery. There. That'll... He might get one of them, but I'll get him. Okay, this guy has a nice little spot here, but it doesn't really see much. Yeah, I'm not moving this guy any closer to the tree line. We know we got infantry in here. Gonna have to clear that whole tree line first. Let's go ahead and get these guys moved up. They're way too far back. So we're gonna have a lot of action this turn. We're gonna go watch one side and then the other side. Ooh, this guy spotted something. What did you spot? Or he thought he did, I guess. Ooh, that just barely missed. What are you doing? What is this guy doing? Wrong direction, dude. Oh, that's not going to end well for him. Well, they're both spotting something. I guess they suspect something's over there, so they're keeping their turrets oriented that way, but I mean, they should probably be worrying about the tank over here. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. What the... Guys, come on. Oh, they're distracted with something over there. I should have given them a cover arc. Oh my gosh, what are these guys doing? Okay, well, that did not go as I expected. Oh, another hit. Didn't do anything, though. Well, I guess he did do some damage to the subsystems on the turret, but that's it. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I should have thought that ahead. You can't fire because the tank's sitting in front of him. Oh, yep, there we go. RPS, that RPG team took a shot. But the APS intercepted it. Yeah, now they're like, screw this, I'm out of here. So there's a good example of the AI using how the TAC AI prioritizes stuff. It took off a couple of shots, and then once it knew it was being targeted, it decided it was time to get out. But it waited to get a few shots in. So it looks like they're right around here, and I put in 2 Airburst 100mm rounds right over them, so I think they're having a very bad day. Ooh, what's this? There's a guy just sitting there, out in the open. It has to be a ruse.